Приветствую, дорогой зритель! Сегодня нас ждет урок зельеварения, после которого мы отправимся помогать мистеру Оливандеру с его фамильной палочкой. А заведет нас это приключение аж в запретный лес, и я сам не заметил, как в итоге оказался в окружении пауков. Но я что-то немного увлекся и забежал вперед. Перед зельеварением мы отправимся в класс защиты от темной магии и изучим еще одно заклинание. Отправляемся в путь, а я тебе, как всегда, желаю приятного просмотра.
Off on another adventure, are we?
I hope you were able to take care of everything.
Professor, I completed all of your most recent assignments.
Well done. Then you're ready to learn Expelliarmus. Pay close attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter. Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand. Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and practice.
Expelliarmus!
You seem to have the right end of the stick, but keep practicing. Expelliarmus may save your life one day.
Levioso! Lumos! Accio! Expelliarmus!
Still at it, I see.
Levioso! Accio! Expelliarmus!
Изучив и попрактиковав новое заклинание, я решил отправиться на следующее занятие по зельеварению. По пути из класса меня, правда, отвлек звук летающего рядом ключа, но буквально полминуты и заветный жетон уже у нас. А мы отправляемся в новый класс и к новому преподавателю. А заодно мы там освоим механику изготовления зелий.
Look completely incompetent, which he is.
Revelio! Lumos!
He knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Excellent! Revelio!
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wiggenweld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the room.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Remember,
Revelio.
should not be that colorless.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about.
Fine job brewing your first Wiggenweld potion. But there are many potions yet to learn. This is going to be
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
And now... mallow sweet, and... that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
My Wiggenweld potion.
Get it! Dragon Dog! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion. Don't fret if you run out of ingredients.
Mr. Weasley did not do...
I brewed an Adurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot coming from a fellow Ravenclaw. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
Greetings. I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw. Professor Fig tells me you found a long-lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.
После изучения и практики изготовления зелий я решил, что пора заняться основными заданиями. Отправляемся в Хогсмит, в уже знакомую нам лавку, к мистеру Оливандеру.
Hogsmeade, here I come. Revelio!
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
Of course, Mr. Ollivander. Sounds most up my street.
Wonderful. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlery. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
Surely you could continue searching the owlery.
One would think. However, the headmaster does not take kindly to an old wand maker loitering about the place. Can't say I blame him. Also, I have perhaps been looking for too long. I feel a fresh set of eyes and a bright mind like yours is sure to solve this riddle.
I'll have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Oh, you've brought hope to this old wand maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
Итак, мистер Оливандер рассказал нам, что есть фамильная ценность, которая была утеряна им и просит нас помощи в ее поисках. Из зацепок, которые он нам предоставил, информацию или даже, скорее, подозрение, что палочку украл в прошлом один из учеников. Но этот ученик потом исчез, и никто его больше не видел. Однако его часто видели в Сегодня, откуда нам и предлагают начать поиски. Я отправился туда через уже знакомые мне пути быстрого перехода, и по пути к Сегодня меня ждало сразу две загадки рядом. Одна из них — загадка Мерлина, и на этот раз совсем новая.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. What do you have in store for me this time?
Мне кажется, что для правильного решения этой загадки Мерлина мне не хватало заклинания. Скорее всего, заклинания левитации. Но мне получилось решить ее иначе. А вторая же загадка была про камень, который, судя по изображениям, на нем надо было поджечь. И это заклинание у меня уже было.
Accio! These murdering trials won't get the best of me. Incendio! This looks intriguing. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Accio. Levioso. Incendio. Revelio. The statues Mr. Olivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls.
В Совятне наверху нас ждало много сов, что, наверное, и неудивительно. Однако некоторые из домиков были закрыты. Открыв несколько из них, я обнаружил статуэтки галок, которые подозрительно удобно и правильно становились на постаменты. И как будто они всегда стояли на этих постаментах.
Empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws. Accio. What's happening?
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Good news. If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So Mr. Olivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness, I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Olivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves, a poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He's got a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. I doubt he even noticed they were gone.
Why would you steal Mr. Olivander's family wand?
The family were always going on about how special it was, so I took it. Who could resist? Sadly, it wasn't special enough to save my neck. I fully intended to return it once I learned it was only special for sentimental reasons, but as you can see, I never got the chance.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
Revelio.
Поговорив с призраком Ричарда Галкрада, да-да, референс на галок связан именно с фамилией. Так вот, поговорив с ним, мы выясняем, что палочку действительно забрал он. Однако погиб он при очень странных обстоятельствах. Из воспоминаний, которыми с нами поделился призрак, он помнит, что отправился в запретный лес, и там случилось что-то, что в итоге лишило его жизни. А нужная нам палочка мистера Оливандера была, скорее всего, вместе с ним. Похоже, нам придется повторить путь Ричарда. Вот так мы и придумали максимально интересный предлог для похода в запретный лес.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio. Could it be a Merlin trial? Revelio.
Here I am, as good as my word.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. Only a Ravenclaw would travel this far in pursuit of knowledge.
Well said. Now where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for?
Indeed. A few landmarks.
Revelio.
A stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me.
А на этом сегодня все. Что же случится с нами в запретном лесу и куда нас это приведет, узнаем уже в следующей части. Основная цепочка меня прямо захватила, и я решил серьезно сосредоточиться на ней. Так что тебя, дорогой зритель, в ближайшее время ждет много всего интересного. Поэтому подписывайся, ставь лайк, обязательно делись с друзьями. Пока!